For this month, I want to show you a great tune, kind of a standard bluegrass tune that all mandolin players should really know. It's called Monroe's Hornpipe, and as you might imagine, that was written by Bill Monroe. This is a useful tune to discuss what we do with the 6th fret, because it's quite a stretch, the 6th fret, and a lot of people wonder whether you should be playing it with your ring finger or your little finger. And the answer is both. It's completely up to you and very often dependent on the situation. So if we take this tune, for example, Monroe's Hornpipe, the first 2 bars sounds like this. That's basically, it's kind of an A arpeggio to a D arpeggio to an E arpeggio slightly rearranged to create a melody. So there's 2 times that the 6th fret is played in that phrase, and both times it's preceded and followed by the 2nd fret. Like that. And again. Now that is quite a stretch. I mean, I'm 16 years into playing the mandolin and I still find that a bit of a stretch to go 2, 6, 2. So in this example, I use my little finger. I find that it's a lot easier, the stretch is less, and you can play quicker. Hopefully you can see that my little finger is covering that 6th fret. If you are lucky enough to have longer fingers and can play that 6th fret with your 3rd finger, that is absolutely fine. There are a lot of other examples in tunes where I will play the 6th fret with my 3rd finger. The rule is that there isn't a rule. It's whichever finger you feel more comfortable. There's quite strict rules on what your other 3 fingers should be doing. Your 1st finger covers 1 and 2, 2nd finger covers 3 and 4, 3rd finger has to cover 5. But the 6th fret is really up to you, and that's what I want you to take away from this lesson, and really use this tune as an experiment to see which one you find more comfortable. Because this is quite an extreme example. It's not often you have to go 2, 6, 2. That's kind of a real stretch. So really kind of take that first phrase. In fact, I'll take you through it phrase by phrase. So let's play that first phrase together nice and slowly. This is quite a hard tune for intermediate, so if it takes a bit of practice, don't be perturbed. It's well worth the effort, this tune. That's what you're trying to get to. It's kind of a big arpeggio style melody starting down there and then up there. So we'll try that together a few times. I'll recount every time. Once you've got this first phrase, you've kind of got the hardest bit of the tune mastered. So 3, 4. There should be alternate pick strokes as well. So again, 3, 4. One more time. 3, 4. Tricky now. As you can see, every time I'm playing that 6th fret with my little finger. And then once you've mastered that first phrase, those first 2 bars, you pretty much mastered the whole A part. The next phrase sounds like this. The same, just a different last note. Almost different last couple of notes. So let's try phrase 1 and phrase 2 together. It's sounds like that. So we'll do that slowly. 3, 4. And then phrase 2. And then if you look at the next line, by the way, if I've not mentioned this yet, but the tab is available, this free on the link below or via mandomite.com. So I suggest you go and download that so you can read along while I'm doing this. But phrase 3 and 4 are exactly the same as phrase 1 and 2. So it's quite a repeating A part. So if you're struggling with the A part, just boil it right down to that first phrase. Once you've got that, you've got the rest of it. Just get that right, and then you've got the rest of the A part nailed. Onto the B part, it gets a little easier. It's not so much jumping around the strings. But again, there's kind of a repeating phrase that is present throughout most of the phrases, and it goes like this. The thing to watch out for in that is just that little slide. Without it, it sounds like this, which is not quite right. You need that little, little slide into the 4th fret. So you basically pick the 3rd fret and instantly slide up to the 4th fret. And then again, there's some 6th frets in there as well, preceded and followed by the 2nd fret. So again, I'm using my little finger. So I'll just play the first 2 bars of the B part, and they sound like this. 3, 4. And then it does a very similar thing. And then it does the first phrase again. And then the last phrase is a little different. It sounds like this. So the first bar of that is not too bad. But then the very last bar has 3-4-3-4 or C natural C sharp. So if you stuck to the rules of the 2nd finger covering 3rd and 4th frets, you should, in theory, play this like that with the same finger. But that's a little clunky and difficult. So this one time you're allowed for your first finger to come in and help out. So your first finger covers 3. And your 2nd finger covers 4. So, like that. So your first finger can help out on that last bar. And that's it really. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just dive straight in. I'm going to play the tune. I will have the metronome in my ear. It's going to be about this speed just to give you a chance. Maybe a tiny bit slower. I'm going to do it about that speed. So best of luck. Don't forget YouTube has a useful slow down feature if I end up playing this a bit too quick for where you are at the moment. But just follow me, I'll have the metronome in and it'll be after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Onto the B part. Repeat the B part. that's it for this lesson this month. I realised I recorded that a difficult pace, but use the YouTube slow down feature and really try and get that right. It's a difficult tune, but your playing will be so much better for it. And again, just remember, it's up to you what finger plays the 6th fret. That's the main thing to take away from this. I hope you've enjoyed it, and make sure you've signed up via mandomike.com to receive any future lessons into your inbox. And I'll see you soon.